transition. But when those roadblocks come, and I did not say if, I said when, because they are going to come, I want you to think about three things that you can do. Three things that you can kind of do. Hey, friends, welcome to this week's episode of She Thought She Could podcast. Excited to be in your earbuds, excited for the consistency thus far in 2019. So I'm going to just pat myself on the back. Because if no one else cheers for you, you better be your own cheerleader, okay? Excuse any unclarity or raspiness or whatever might happen with my voice during this podcast recording because my allergies have been on one, okay? Or if you hear a car or something squeak by in the background, I am a little close to the window today. So just want to let y'all know that in advance. Few announcements before we talk about Roadblocks. My Valentine's Day was off the chain. Since 2016, I just really hadn't had a Valentine's Day that mattered, I don't think. I think I had class, and then I worked, and then that was about it. So yeah, this year was really, really, really good. I got some awesome gifts, some very thoughtful gifts, and I got to have dinner at a restaurant that I have been craving or raving or wanting, whatever word we want to use, for a long time. So I'm excited that I got to go, and it met and exceeded my expectations. AirPods, like, if you don't have them, they are all the way worth the money. Like, if you can afford it, they are all the way worth the money, or they're a good thing to ask for a gift. Like, they are off the chain. Like, I really like them. I really like them. Speaking of AirPods, my fitness update is I have been closing my rings. And for anyone who doesn't understand what closing your rings means, on the Apple Watch, there's 3 rings: your move, your exercise, and your stand. And I've been closing my rings lately, not every day, but much better than I did in January. In January, I rocked it out the whole time I was on vacation, got back from vacation, and it was a joke after that. So I'm excited to be being more physically active, doing better with exercising, at least 3 to 4 times a week. I like feeling better. Like, I've been watching what I'm putting into my body, and just trying to move around more. Not to say I have like this outrageous fitness goal, but I do want to maintain my weight, and work on some areas that I have neglected. So trying to get back in the swing of that. I dropped a t-shirt today. So if you are listening to this in real time, head on over to the site, links in the show notes, grab your t-shirt for International Women's Day. Preferably you will wear it on that day, but if not, at least sometime in the month of March, as we rock it out for women. Like, women's rights, humans' rights, equality, gender equality, all of that good stuff. Like, I don't necessarily think I'm a feminist, but I do definitely think that femininity is beautiful. Women are beautiful. Womanhood is beautiful. All of the things that we just can do is wonderful and just amazing. So, like, yeah, check that out. And lastly, like, if you don't have Not Posted Season of the Untold, or Not Posted Living Your Truth, or both, like, I'm not understanding why at this point. Just some great reads, and I'm not saying that because I'm the author primarily. I'm just saying, like, great reads to help you just assess yourself, think, reflect, and dive deep into your truths and identifying different layers that sometimes we don't want to peel back. So jump into that. Links to that in the notes. You can also go ahead and download the first chapter on me, on the house. I'm so confident that once you read the first chapter, you're going to want the book. That you can have that for me, on me. That's all. Just in change for email address. That's it. So that's it for the church announcements. Let's dive into Roadblocks. So last week we talked about transitions and trusting transition and tapping into that childlike mind when you had no choice but to go on to the next grade, no matter how uncertain you felt about it, no matter how nervous you were, no matter the no matter what, you had to go to the next grade, right? So in our adult lives, just transitioning, not being afraid to transition, not being afraid to jump up out of our comfort zone because nothing really grows there, and not being afraid to quote unquote fail. And the reason I put that in quotations is because we don't ever really fail. We learn lessons, we grow, we have character building opportunities and character building days, but we don't really fail per se. We just learn and we grow and we evolve and we become better human beings, better people of society. So we don't necessarily ever fail. I think we do fail, however, when we don't try to grow and we don't move forward and we don't progress. We actually just kind of die early, but the funeral's later on. So keep living, keep trusting transition. But when those roadblocks come, and I did not say if, I said when, because they are going to come, I want you to think about 3 things that you can do. 3 things that you can kind of do to help you navigate roadblocks. And one of them is change your mode of transportation. Change it. Like, so the example right now is we're riding down the street and we get to a roadblock. But what if we can get to the other side if we walk? What if we can get to the other side if we have to get on the edge, drop in the grass a little bit, but we can get to the other side. So we just go around it, that's one option, because we may be able to get around the roadblock easily if we just figure out how to get to the other side, right? It may not be like a large pothole or a large area that we can't navigate the space. It's just that there's a roadblock. So we could possibly go around it. That's an option. There's another option that we can take another route. So we can pull out the handy dandy map, we can get a compass, we can get the GPS, we can get a combination of the 3 thereof. But figuring out a different route. There is more than one way to skin a cat. Southern girl colloquialisms. There's more than one way to figure it out. There's more than one way to get there. So finding another route to your destination. Maybe the way that you were going was closed down. You had no idea. You get to the roadblocks like, oh, snap, I can't get there. Yes, you can. You can get to the other side. You just have to take a different route. And oftentimes we get a little nervous because the route that we were going may be familiar. The route that we're going may have lights on it, whereas the other route may not. The other route, we might have to chop down some trees, whereas this current route, the trees are already chopped down. But at the end of the day, there is a way to find another route. Lastly, pause. And oftentimes that's hard. We get to that roadblock and the thought of pausing is like, what? You want me to just sit here? Yes, because you may look up and see that the roadblock is going to be moved shortly. You may see some people working on the road that you can inquire to see how long that it's going to be shut down. Or you may be able to tap into some resources that can help you to navigate the roadblock, but you didn't think about it because you were too busy trying to figure it out. Move. What am I gonna do? Instead of taking a moment to just breathe and just tap into resources. And so all of these scenarios can easily be applied to life. So let's think about going around it. So we want to take a class. We know already that we want to take the class in the morning. We are dead set on it because we know that that's going to work best with our schedule. Boom, schedule goes up. Class is available, but it is not available in the morning. So there's a roadblock because you've already had your schedule planned out to take that class in the morning. But guess what? It's not available. So you have an option to take the class at a later time and reframe your schedule, therefore going around the roadblock, or taking it in a different time frame. So maybe not this term, maybe next time it comes around, but if you need to go ahead and knock it out, go around the roadblock by changing your schedule. So a very simplistic example of how we can go around certain roadblocks. Finding another route. Maybe there is something we want to do. Let's just say we're knitting a sweater and our sewing machine goes out. We can still knit the sweater. Maybe we have to pull out the old needle and thread. Maybe we need to borrow a friend's sewing machine. Maybe we need to figure out how to fix ours, or maybe it's time to invest in a replacement. But the sweater can be completed. It's just that we have to go another route than initially planned because we thought we were going to bust out the sweater with our sewing machine that we already had, but it didn't work out that way. When you think of pausing and tapping into resources, sometimes we think we've done all that we know how, and maybe we have, but did we think about who we know who might be able to help us out, or did we even look up someone that we can't necessarily put our hands on right now but may have done something similar, and we can listen to a video they have, or maybe we can try to schedule a lunch meeting with them, just depending on how far in reach that person is. Just kind of figuring out how to bridge that gap, because oftentimes we think that in this space of just leveling up, growing, evolving, and starting things, businesses, writing books, building brands, getting professional degrees, whatever it is that you're in the trenches of right now, oftentimes we forget that someone else has done it, and they may be able to give us some clues. They may have not done it the same way. We may not know them. It may be that no one we know has done it, but I just promise you to trust me that someone has done it and someone can help you. Furthermore, there may be someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone. There's 6 degrees of separation, and every day I'm starting to think it's like 3 degrees. So tap into those resources. Either go around the roadblock, find another route, or pause and just wait a minute, because the resources to get around or to the other side might be right in front of your face. So that's it. That's all I got for this episode. Don't let roadblocks stop you. Don't let roadblocks hinder your success. Don't let roadblocks be the reason that you don't do something. If anything, let roadblocks be the reason that you continue to persist in spite of the roadblocks. Because let me just tell you about how when you're able to get around some roadblocks, when you're able to really navigate and work that map and work that plan, you just have another sense of confidence. You just have more courage to keep going. So when other roadblocks come, you're able to navigate them. Maybe not more easy. I'm not going to call it easy, but you are able to be more efficient. You are able to say, well, you know what? Last time something came up, I did this, and this, and it worked out. So you just have a sense of accomplishment already because you've done it before. So keep persisting past the roadblocks. Head over to the site, grab your t-shirt. If you haven't gotten your book, throw that in the cart also. And don't forget to rate, review, and share the podcast. Share it, not for me, but for someone who you know can help or can be helped by this platform, or can be encouraged by this platform, or can be inspired by this platform. Whatever, somebody you know who needs an accountability partner, who needs to just find me on social media or email me and say, hey, Tap, let's connect. I am just overwhelmed at the amount of LinkedIn mentor requests I've been getting lately. That's just been awesome. It's been really awesome. I'm happy to be able to pour into some young professionals. That's been pretty amazing. Some new reviews have come in, so just keep rating and reviewing the podcast. I'm not trying to hit the tip top of the charts. I'm just trying to reach my people where they are. And I know that with your ratings and your reviews, it can help to just validate the quality of the message and help people to select something to listen to, give it a try, and if it's for them, they can stay around. If it's not, then they can find something else that motivates and inspires them. But just getting them in this space of podcasting, there's so much knowledge out here, so many resources, so much motivation. So I'm excited to see more brown people jumping on the podcast bus, honestly. So that's it, y'all. Until next time, see you later.